See if we can get ready for the man, the legend himself. Let me see if I can bring him into the screen here, out of the green room. He's been drinking drinks in the green room right now. How you doing, buddy?
I would too.
Now I'm in the mood for a margarita.
There you go.
Sounds good to me.
There you go, man.
I'm a little sad because yesterday morning I was looking at palm trees in St. Pete Beach, and now I'm looking at the frozen tundra of Michigan.
Yeah, that is a definite culture shock. But it was good for you to get away and get some rest. A lot of people are looking to get away. I mean, we're going down to Jamaica in July. We're going back to Key West in March, and then back in November. So, we got to get moving, man. So if you're just
I'm going back in a couple of weeks myself. So I should have listened to Sam Rainwater there about the long sleeve clothes. I had to pack them this time. It was cold.
Yeah, where he goes, I mean, he is a world traveler, right? Tahiti and all these places, and he's just one of the most amazing people I know. And it sounds like things are slowing down a little bit for him as far as his company goes, not in a bad way, but for him to slow down and start enjoying things. You and I are still out here working our butts off.
Yeah. I was looking at the beach yesterday. This morning I was getting the dust off the floor behind my toilet. I don't know what happened. I'm on my hands and knees. Right.
Well, cool.
I relaxed so long I felt like I should get something done.
I hear you, man. I hear you. Yeah. All right, so White Sands Tiki Bars and rentals, sales and rentals, and I'm so glad to have you guys on board. That's one of the things that people come here and they visit our tiki bar and they fall in love with it, and you have to run them off. They'll just stay for days and days. But they always say, man, I'd love to have this. I would love to do this. I don't even know how to get started. And then you and I connected, and that was kind of my thought process for all those people that are wanting to have their own tiki bar. So tell us a little bit about White Sands Tiki Bars and how all this got started.
Okay, 10 years ago, I wasn't thinking about getting into the tiki bar business at all. I love going to Mexico, anywhere in the Caribbean, and the last time I was there 10 years ago, at that point I was sitting at a tiki bar. I'm like, why do I always have to be on vacation to be sitting at a tiki bar? And my daughter was graduating that year from high school, and I just thought I built one. I've seen what they look like, a little bit of shine, a little bit of rustic mix, and everybody had so much fun. A couple of weeks later, I said, I don't know. I was trying little businesses, and none really got off the ground. But I made a few bucks through the years doing side things, trying to become my own boss. And I said, maybe I can sell a couple of these around here in Michigan. And then I did a couple trade shows and got a website. And next thing I know, it turned out I wasn't the only guy who wanted a tiki bar in his backyard. And then I think it was my second or third year, definitely no more than my third year, I got my first out-of-state phone call from Virginia. There's a dentist that lives down there right on the beach, and I said, "Are you kidding me? How'd you find me?" He said, "Oh, you're easy to find." So, turns out there's not a lot of cats that do this, So. Sure. So that's how it got started, and it started just growing and growing. I stopped doing trade shows because I didn't have to anymore. Had as much business as I wanted and then some, and just retired. I was a mailman, and I just couldn't do both anymore.
Wow.
I would be at the post office answering phones and trying to return emails because I wanted to be on the spot. I didn't want people to wait a long time to hear responses. It just started taking off, and I retired 2016, almost 5 years ago.
Wow.
So this is all I do. All I do is build tiki bars and cabanas. Wow. I've got tiki cabanas as well.
Yeah, and I was telling J-Man here in the studio, because he's got a hot tub outside, right?
I do.
I was like, you need to get one of those tiki cabanas to go over your hot tub. That seems to be. Our hot tub here is on the patio bar, so it's covered from the upper deck, but his is kind of outside. You really need to get your act together, Jason.
I know it's tempting, to say the least. It looks cool, that's for sure.
It's a whole other atmosphere just to have that roof above you. I've had some people, they say, well, I like to look at the stars. I'm like, yeah, well, you wouldn't be able to do that anymore.
Yeah.
Because how often are the stars out? Maybe where you live, they're out, but not in Michigan a lot. But, they're not out every night, and you're not going to sit there and stare at them 24, the whole time you're in the hot tub. But just to have that atmosphere, of the natural palm thatch above you, blowing hopefully it's a little bit of breeze because you want to see it moving. It's very relaxing, and some soft lights in the roof, and it's a beautiful atmosphere. I go out there, I enjoy my hot tub more than I ever have. Just sit out there by myself. I bring a Bluetooth speaker out there, and of course a couple cocktails and some beers, and enjoy it.
Sounds like me. That's what I do.
Yeah, put Tiki Man Radio on, and life is good, man. So well, I mean, tiki, the word tiki itself is a big part of my life and has been for pretty much half of my life. And the word tiki immediately takes you to a place, escaping to paradise. And everything in my life is revolved around, Tiki Man Radio, Tiki Bar Publishing, the Tiki Bar. All these things, and there's nothing better because people need that escape, and they want to go to these places. But when you can bring it to their house through Tiki Man Radio or White Sands Tiki Bars, that takes it to a whole nother level.
I'm not positive, but I'm pretty darn sure that I'm the only guy in the country that can ship a tiki bar that sits 13 people to any state.
Wow. Oh man.
Yeah, I mean, and it sets up. We could set one up in 10 minutes. I put on my website, they'll set up an hour less because some people, we've done a few hundred of them. We set them up around here locally. I've got a rental business as well, and we can't be spending an hour or two setting these things up.
Well, no.
So we were in. Sometimes we get to people's places, and they let us through the gate and show us where they want the tiki bar, and they go back in the house. We're knocking on the door 15 minutes later.
I'm here to get the check. So so kind of because we talked a little bit about it last week, and we were talking about how it is shipped. So it comes in pieces. Is that how it does? How does all that work?
Yeah, I used to ship them in crates, and that turned out to be kind of a pain for the customer. They had to dissect the whole crate, and they'd have, extra scrap lumber, and what a pain in the butt for them. So now I've got guys that ship them. They've got trailer. They blanket wrap them. They're already in sections. Everything is done. Like even my big kahuna, the one that sits 13, it sits 11 people around. You can put 2 on the inside, where the bartender area is.
Right.
Because most people aren't going to have a permanent bartender. Except for you, Dave.
Yeah. I am the bartender and maintenance guy, so yeah.
My dreams. I would go in my backyard and be a bartender 24/7.
Yeah.
But it was where was I?
Oh, well, we was talking about shipping it, and it comes in pieces, and yeah.
So it's they show up in trailers now, and these guys they blanket wrap them, they strap them. They're really good. Like the big kahuna comes in 4 pieces. Yeah. It's 2 or 4 walls. It's got 2 8-foot walls, 2 shorter walls for the sides, and the roof. Everything is done. You put the bottom together with only 6 bolts.
Oh wow!
Throw the roof on. You throw the roof on another 5 bolts, and you're done.
Wow,
man!
Seriously, yeah. Now the smaller bars are quicker. Obviously, that's my bigger one. I've got different models. I've got bars that go. My 5 o'clock somewhere is what it's called. Half the size of the big kahuna. Me and my 27-year-old daughter could set that up, Yeah. But the kahuna, you need a couple just strong guys just to, get it to the spot and lift the roof up there, and it's done, man.
So we've got a lot of listeners in Canada, and we've got one particular listener called Verona Corona, the world famous Verona Corona.
I've heard you talk. Yep.
Yeah, and she used to have a place in Barrie, Canada, and she had the Come As You Are Tiki Bar, and we went up there and did a broadcast last year, or maybe a year before now. Yeah. Anyway, and had a great time or whatever. Now she's moved over to Ottawa, Canada. And so I've been after her about getting a tiki bar. So she would have to be in Canada because we don't ship to Canada, but she can come down and pick it up. How would all that work?
Yeah, I'm located 10 minutes from Canada. I'm just south of Detroit. So yeah, I mean literally, but so right by the bridge and the tunnel. But yeah, I don't want to take the responsibility of shipping these across the bridge and then customs. You hear the horror stories about them dissecting things because you think they've got something hidden there.
Yeah.
So I just tell people, you can probably cross your own border back easier than I can get across there because I'm American, and I think the scrutiny there. Yeah. So yeah, they just come across the border, they pick them up. I've already got, when people come to pick up their bars here, I've already got them all set up.
Okay.
And they can see it. It's not in pieces. So they can see it, they can see this, and I just love the look on her face. It never gets old. It never gets old. And they can see it. And then we take it apart for them so they can see how easy it is to put together when they get home. I have videos I can send. But most people, if they come here, they can see it, and they're like, "Oh, this is not rocket science,"
Yeah.
It's easy.
That's cool. And then, of course, the rental side of it, you rent just in the immediate area. How far do you go out from where you're at?
Hour and a half. Every now and then 2 hours. We have to charge accordingly the further we go out. But most of the rentals seem to be within, of course, close to an hour, right around the Detroit metropolis.
So is Jersey? How far is Jersey? Can you rent one in New Jersey?
No, I'm sorry. Just southeastern Michigan.
Got you. Okay. I got you. Okay. And I'm sure when you come to when you rent those out and you come to pick them up, that's the most depressing day of their life when you come to pick up the Tiki Bar, right? And then yeah. But then that's when you say, well, you can buy this if you'd like.
Many of them turn into sales. More every year it seems like, because people. I've said on another interview at one point, I said I love seeing the people's faces when we go to drop them off for rentals, and then they're so happy, and then when we come to pick them up, they're so sad because they know their yard's never going to look the same,
Yeah.
Without that. So then sometimes they call, or sometimes people want to buy their party, and they say, "Hey, we saw one, we want to buy one, or we want to rent one."
Well, there you go. And, of course, being a sponsor of Tiki Man Radio, we've got on the website over how they can get $200 off the sale, your first purchase of a Tiki Bar.
Man.
Not the rental side, okay?
Well, no, it's got to be you got to buy one. Right?
Yeah, you got to buy one. So
was I drinking when I talked to you about that deal?
Yes, sir.
What do we call it? I got to stop talking to you after 5 o'clock.
I know. Yeah, I know. I do my best business that way. Oh, man.
$200. Yeah, we discussed that. Sure thing. Yep.
Yeah, $200 and off of the purchase of the Tiki Bar.
Right. Yeah.
And, so if they wanted to pick it up, let's say somebody came down from Canada, how big of a trailer would they need?
My biggest bar, they could fit in the 6x12 U-Haul trailer.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That's the biggest one they sell, but it's pretty small if you think about it.
Yeah, it really is.
It just slides in there vertically. Even the roof goes in, vertically. And people can rent those for $20 a day.
Yeah, they're nothing.
Wow.
Most people for us to deliver them. We deliver them, and some people, if they're within 5 or 6 hours, they'll choose the option to come pick it up. But I mean, I ship these all over the country: California, Texas. Mainly a lot of them go to New Jersey, New York. They love Tiki Bars out there.
Cool.
And,
that's what the world needs. More Tiki
Florida's
Bars.
up there too. All three. Yep.
Wow.
Well, I sell more to those states than I do here in Michigan.
Wow, that's very cool.
I know.
Beach Buddha is chiming in. He's wanting to know what the price ranges are on the Tiki Bars because he wants one.
Well, you can go to the website. It's all on his website.
You can go to TikiManRadio.com and scroll down to where you see my smiling face next to all the pictures, and you can click on any of those pictures, and it'll take you to White Sands Tiki Bars, and then you can order one. It's right below where you see the Beach Buddha.
Actually, yeah.
The Beach
Yeah,
Buddha.
I'm very proud of my prices. One thing I've heard through customers through the years is they like my website because my prices are right there. In answer to your question, they're generally between $1,500 and $2,800.
Fair enough.
Yeah, and these are built solid. These are not going to blow over in a really nasty windstorm.
Right.
They've made it. I've had the news crews on my street twice in the last 10 years where we had uprooted trees. Half my privacy fence was blown down the road, and my Tiki Bar didn't budge.
That's
I'm thinking the post office. I'm sorry, Danny. Go ahead.
I was going to say that's the same thing here with ours. We've had tornadoes. We've had all kinds of stuff around us. And first thing I do, of course, is go out and look at the Tiki Bar, make sure it's there. Ironically, everybody else sends me messages. Hey, man, we're okay. The family's safe. How's the Tiki Bar?
That's funny. The first time we had a nasty straight line winds came through here, and the first time the trees were uprooted, my neighbor called me up, and I was at work. I was still at the post office. He goes, "Hey, Jeff, your yard is a war zone. You just got hit here." And I said the same thing. I said, "How's the Tiki Bar?" I can see the privacy fence is down. It's fine. I said, "Yeah." I said, "Okay, there you go." But it's good because you've got that thatched roof, and it will lift up, and the wind can escape. And that's why you never get that umbrella effect. And a lot of people say, it's really windy on the lake we live on. It's really windy. And I say, you'll never lose it. You're never going to lose that thatch. take a lot of time stapling that in areas you'll never see the staples all around on the support slats, and they just last, until it's time to replace it. A lot of times after about 5-6 years, you use a natural thatch, and you're going to want to replace it. I can send you a video how to do that. It's my own tree secrets, that I taught myself. There's no, school for thatching. I've seen some videos on YouTube, but I think they're not that useful.
Yeah, and it's real thatch. That's another thing. It's real thatch.
Yeah. I don't like the synthetic stuff. It'll last longer if you want to go that route. They want to have someone come do that, after that. But most people just choose, hey, just come out here. And if I'm local, I can do it. But if I'm not, I can show you how. Yeah.
Well, that's really cool, man. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm so proud of, first of all, having you on as a sponsor of Tiki Man Radio. And we love what you do. I mean, there's nothing more better than a tiki bar, right? And you guys have all been at the tiki bar out.
Numerous times.
And we're waiting for warm weather to get here so we can open the tiki bar. That's why we have the chocolate bar on the inside. But anyway, I would think, and I know that last year was one of your biggest years because people weren't going anywhere, and they was taking all that money that they normally would have spent on trips and all that stuff and putting it into their house. But I would think this time of year is when people are really starting to think about, their landscaping, and I'm like, screw that. How about a tiki bar out back, right?
Right. Everybody's thinking spring already. I think once you get past the holidays and everybody starts to lose their sense of humor, especially up here. And the thing is with me, I tell people, yes, I've got a lot of orders, and a lot of them are for the Northern Hemisphere, so they don't want them until April. I just shipped a couple to Florida last week, a couple to Arizona the week before that. So I'm still shipping them down south, but I've got a lot of orders for January, more than I've ever seen. They want one. I say get in the stack, get in the pile. If you want to order one, I don't even want a deposit at the beginning because I don't want anybody sending me a deposit. And then you're like, now you're taking your time building my tiki bar, or whatever. I don't. And so I'd rather contact them, maybe a week before we get ready to start to say, okay, you ready for it? You ready to have it delivered? And at that point, I can have it to them, within 3 to 4 weeks.
Yeah. Well, that's really cool.
We go through the invoices by date, and as you move up to the top, people can pay extra if they want a rush order, but most people are patient.
That's really cool, man, and it's so cool to be able to see somebody that fell into a dream and made something of it, and you're having success with it. That's we talk a lot to people all the time about following your dreams, doing your passion, doing things that that makes you happy. Do more of that, and when you can turn it into a business, like Tiki Man Radio and White Sands Tiki Bars, life is pretty good,
Yeah, and thank you, and you're doing your dream too, man. What a great! As soon as we got in contact with you, I said, "What a great idea!" I was really happy for you guys. I started posting your stuff on my website just because I want people to start tuning in and helping you guys out as well. Yeah, because it's a great station. I'm hearing tunes I've never heard in my life.
Wow!
If I've got to hear "Stairway to Heaven" one more time,
I know.
Yeah, gets a
I
little
listened to the classic rock years ago, and it's good. How refreshing to find your station. Are you kidding me?
Well,
fun music, man. Good talk, and very happy for all of you as well. I'm sure you're all having fun there every day, and looking forward to hanging out with you guys.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll get you down here one of these days.
Ooh, that'd be awesome.
We'll hook up, and but in the meantime, we got to sell some tiki bars. So everybody, get your checkbook out, okay?
No deposit. Just give me a call. Ask your questions. Everybody has questions.
Yeah.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
People don't have another tiki bar. They want. I know the questions they're already going to ask, and I know the answer. So give me a call. I'd rather work over the phone than email, but you can email me if you feel more comfortable. Mm-hmm. But I know the questions, and just say, okay, we want to order one, and if you want it right now, if you're in a warm climate, we'll hop on it and have it to you within 3 to 4 weeks.
Wow, that's quick.
If you want to wait, we'll just at least get you in the stack because that stack's growing.
Yeah.
So you want to be down here.
There you go. Yeah, get your orders in now, and I'll put the banner up as we go to break here. That has the phone number and the website and everything on there. But I just want to thank you, man, for having some faith in Tiki Man Radio, and we don't like to think of it as sponsors. We like to think of it as partners. We become part of your life. We know what's going on in your life, and you know what's going on in our life, and all of our listeners, and that's what makes Tiki Man Radio special. So thank you so much for that.
Thank you guys for everything, and you, sir, and looking forward to having a beer at your tiki bar here.
There you go,
Spring or
man.
summer, I'm coming.
All right, brother. We'll talk soon.
We'll see you guys.
See you, man.